IELTS Listening, Section 4. You will hear a lecturer giving a lecture about the secret life of mangrove forest. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now we shall begin. You should answer the question as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer the questions.
Good afternoon, and welcome to today's lecture on one of the world's most underrated ecosystems, the mangrove forests. These fascinating environments are often overshadowed by more famous counterparts like rainforests and coral reefs. But they are no less vital. Mangroves are truly nature's multitaskers, contributing in ways we're only beginning to fully understand. They occupy the intertidal zones of tropical and subtropical coastlines, where land and sea meet in a delicate balance. Although they might look like tangled chaos at first glance, these forests are incredibly organized and essential to both environmental and human well-being. Let's begin with their geographical presence and physical function. Although mangroves occupy less than 1% of the Earth's total surface, their ecological and economic impact is far greater. They are best known for serving as coastal guardians. Their dense network of roots, often rising like stilts above muddy waters, forms a natural barricade that shields the shore from high-energy waves. This root mesh helps to break the force of incoming tides, minimizing the damage to coastlines. Essentially, they reduce erosion by anchoring the soil and absorbing the pressure of storms and even tsunamis. It's been observed that in regions where mangrove forests remain intact, communities fare far better during natural disasters compared to areas where the mangroves have been removed or degraded. Beyond defense, mangroves serve as cradles of marine life. You might imagine that open oceans or coral reefs are the go-to habitats for juvenile sea creatures, but mangrove roots provide an even safer option. The submerged roots offer protection from predators and strong currents, acting as nurseries for the young of countless marine species, particularly various fish. Tiny fish weave in and out of the submerged tangle, finding food, shelter, and relative safety. This nursery function makes mangroves essential for maintaining fish stocks, not only locally, but globally. Many commercially important fish species start their life here before migrating to open waters. Now, a lesser-known but equally crucial role of mangroves lies in climate regulation. They are among the most efficient ecosystems on the planet when it comes to trapping carbon. Scientists refer to this as blue carbon, meaning carbon stored in coastal and marine systems. Unlike traditional forests that store carbon mainly in tree trunks and leaves, mangroves store vast amounts in their muddy, oxygen-poor soils. This anaerobic environment slows decomposition dramatically, allowing carbon to remain locked away for centuries, even thousands of years. The ability to sequester carbon long-term makes them a powerful ally in our fight against global warming. However, despite their value, mangroves are disappearing at an alarming rate. They're being cleared, sometimes legally, but often through illegal means, to make room for shrimp farms, housing developments, or tourism projects. In many cases, mangrove land is sacrificed to meet the growing demands of urban expansion. This results in illegal logging, where entire swaths of forest are cut down, often with little thought to the consequences. The loss is twofold. Not only are biodiversity and habitats destroyed, but the stored carbon is released, contributing to climate change rather than mitigating it. Mangroves are biological marvels in terms of survival. They grow where few other plants dare, in waterlogged, salty, and low-oxygen soils. Many mangrove species are remarkably resilient, having evolved to withstand high salinity levels. This makes them almost unique in the plant kingdom, Some trees rely on roots that can selectively filter salt out of seawater. Others take it a step further. Certain species have developed glands on their leaves that excrete salt directly onto the leaf surface. You might even see salt crystals forming on the leaf tips. A sort of natural desalination trick that's surprisingly effective. It's just one example of how life adapts in extraordinary ways. Aside from resilience, mangroves contribute immensely to water purification. As water flows through the dense root systems, it slows down, allowing sediments and contaminants to settle out. These roots act like a sieve, capturing suspended particles and neutralizing harmful substances. In this way, mangroves trap pollutants, including pesticides, heavy metals, and excess nutrients that might otherwise flow directly into the ocean. This filtering capacity improves the health of nearby ecosystems, such as coral reefs and seagrass beds, and benefits the coastal communities that rely on clean water for fishing and recreation. Interestingly, the health of mangroves isn't just maintained by the plants themselves. Animal life plays a role too. Crabs, especially fiddler crabs and mud crabs, are among the most active contributors. As they burrow into the mud, they improve the aeration of the soil, facilitating oxygen movement. This aerated mud promotes microbial activity and helps mangrove roots grow more efficiently. It's an excellent example of symbiosis, where animals and plants contribute to one another's survival in an intricately balanced system. Because of their capacity to trap atmospheric CO2 and store it for long periods, mangroves are often referred to as blue carbon ecosystems. The term emphasizes their importance in climate mitigation, equating their function to, and in some ways surpassing, that of land forests. Yet they require far less maintenance and yield more long-term stability in terms of carbon storage. Scientists argue that protecting and restoring mangroves could be one of the most cost-effective and efficient ways to combat climate change on a global scale. Lastly, mangroves are woven into the traditions and cultures of many indigenous communities. In regions of Asia, Africa, and South America, local healers have long used parts of mangrove trees in traditional remedies. Extracts from the bark, for example, are commonly applied to relieve skin conditions, including eczema and infections. Some mangrove species are believed to possess antibacterial properties, although more rigorous research is needed to validate these claims scientifically. Nevertheless, these traditional uses highlight the depth of knowledge embedded in local communities, knowledge that should be preserved alongside the forests themselves. To wrap up, mangrove forests are ecological treasures. They protect coastlines, sustain biodiversity, purify water, regulate the climate, and even contribute to human health. And yet they remain one of the least appreciated ecosystems on the planet. Their decline is not just an environmental tragedy, but a lost opportunity for sustainable development. It is crucial, now more than ever, that governments, researchers, and citizens alike prioritize the protection of these vital ecosystems before their benefits are lost for good.
That is the end of Section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Please make sure you have transferred all your answers to the answer sheet correctly.